Right. Let's go to work.
Let's go to work. What is my man saying?
Shut up, man.
Let's go to work. Not even Corey says that.
No,
Is that the best you got there?
no, never mind.
That was. That's something I expect Corey to say when he's got pole on the formation lap to like get himself amped up. Yeah, we're in the grid slot. Let's go to work, lads. Yeah.
Yep, apologies. Yep, apologies, lads. Yep, sorry. Poor comment from me. Good start. Sorry.
Well, that is absolutely brilliant. What is up, guys? It is Simba here, and welcome back to another League Racing video on the channel. And today, this is round number 4, the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. You heard the great comms at the start of the video, but I'm going to show you the championship standings going into this race. We are tied on points with our teammate and Darren on 12 points after a great result in Jeddah. And in the constructors, we are currently 6th with Shot Medal as our teammate. So not too bad. We are starting to get some confidence going, but yeah. Not too sure about the intro. That was great comms. Here's the last video if you haven't seen that video already. It's been up for quite a while, but as we're here now going into, well, the 2 Ravazzas, I can't even speak properly, as we go into the final Ravazza in 4th gear, short shifting up to 5th for the traction, and it's not been the best of laps, but we crossed the line, and it is a 15.6. And you can hear me say that was a bit meh, but now we're going to show you the best lap of the session as we go into the 2 Ravazzas to start the lap.
Oh, you gotta be kidding! Lovely.
What lap are you on for?
I don't know, but I was 6th,
So you can hear my bro Darren not very happy. He invalidated, I think, in the last 2 corners, and he was on for a very, very good lap with a 6/10 improvement. So as we go into the Tombrello chicane,
So yeah, on for 15.3.
and you can hear Darren say there, he was on for a 15.3 as his first lap was a 0.9 as we throw the car into the Villeneuve chicane. We actually nailed that quite nicely. Not as confident as we were on the entry, but it's a 24.2 in the first sector, which is actually quite decent, but you want to be a 10th quicker. But not a bad first sector at all. As we go up towards this left-hander, almost a blind corner, we managed to keep it in 6th gear, carry the momentum, going in towards Acre Minerale. I absolutely hate this corner, but we actually do quite nicely through the turning, but not on the exit. We lose a bit of time on the traction as we go into the chicane. You want to just hope and pray you send it, but we send it completely wrong, and we completely missed the apex there on the first part, which cost us a little bit of time as we try to get time back on the Delta. As we head into the 2 Ravazzas, heavy braking at the 50-meter board. We go a little bit wide on the exit. Somehow we don't lose the car or invalidate as we find 0.2 of a second up towards the line, and it's a 15.4.
He's 7th right now.
Alright, you're dropping down the table. You're currently in P11.
And you can hear Mark Priestley saying that's only good enough for P11. We're struggling to get the laps in once again as we're going to start the final lap of the session. And that is a perfect start to the lap. We nearly lose the back end through the second Ravazza. And look how much time we're going to drain on this straight alone. It's literally a 10th by the time we get to the first chicane. Or half a 10th just about. As we do a 24.4 in the first sector, which is really poor. So this lap is already a write-off as the vote replay is out of the session. As we go through turn 7.
Yeah, this session can fuck off. What a write-off. Again, I just can't put the lap in when it matters.
I was on for a 0.1 and then I ruined it.
So the lap was a write-off. The session was a write-off. And that, as a result, is P12. I honestly can't even tell you. I couldn't even tell you what the problem is. We just struggled to get the laps in when it matters, and we've been caught out once again. So if we actually did a good lap, it would have been P9. But P12 it is. Let's see if we can turn this around.
You know there's going to be one. We just need to find a way to keep it clean. But
So here we go. Time for the main event of the race. We are going to be starting on the intermediate tyres. We're going to take quite a bit of fuel up because you can save fuel quite easily in the wet conditions. and we're going to go as long as we can on the intermediates before we reach a dry period.
Everyone's being
So last
disqualified.
time it was a wet start, we didn't get past turn 2. We're hoping to get a little bit more luck this time around as we rev up to 5 red lights for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, and we are underway in Imola, and it is quite a decent getaway. We don't really gain on the front runners and we don't really lose out, but Sam has definitely lost out as we go in towards the Tamburello chicane. We almost hit Griffiths and we're 3 wide.
Oh my god, there's a crash. Busy spun.
What is happening? What is happening?
Everyone just brakes so early in front of them. What the hell?
Yeah, everyone broke very early.
And you can hear me and Roller saying that, you know, people were braking so early, and I think Elite Risk has been caught out. And meanwhile, Sem has
he
been
broke so
pushed off
early.
the track there by Turner, and we're going to try and take advantage as Griffiths is going after us. So we're going to turn defense into attack, going into Tosa. We lose the rear end, and we still somehow complete the move.
saw
And
it, I was
now
like, how
we've gone from
fucking
P12 to P8.
Yeah, Turner, we managed to do what we did. Got ahead of Toby.
And you can hear me say
So me
to
and
Turner,
Turner
you
have
can't
gone
hear
from,
him, but you
yeah,
say, you can hear me say,
19th to
we managed to get
14th.
ahead of him, and that is a very good
How
thing.
does
But
Sam have
up
that
front,
good
Elite
traction?
Risks has
Yeah.
got front wing damage. He was really struggling on the first lap, as you can hear me complaining about how close Griffiths is. He just seemed a lot faster. And speaking of Elite Risks, he's made an absolute meal out of the Tamburello chicane. We need to get past him. If we want to make
Oh,
any
Sam
more
nearly
progress
got
in this
that.
Grand Prix, we need to pass this stricken Alpine.
That's
And there you
the
go, down the inside into Villeneuve. He doesn't put up too much of a fight, and we are up into P7. So
Yeah, I'm
first
struggling with it, to
lap
be
and a
honest.
half of this
Not as
race
badly as Andres,
has been
but-
very, very good. We've managed to keep it clean, and we've also managed to gain places off the start line. So up to P7, we're going to see if we can catch up to Turner and Andres, who I think was the catalyst for all that chaos at turn 1 on the first lap. So Griffiths has got past Elite Risk as we get a warning for track limits,
Have you got damage?
which is something you want to avoid, especially the fact that it's going to be dry later on. So lap 5, Griffiths is right behind us.
Again. Why are you trying the outside line, you div? I don't understand.
Why am I so slow? It's just not what you want.
I've tried. I'm not going to hold on to this. There we go. If I keep trying to do it, then. It's too early for this shit.
So you can hear me say it's too early to fight, and we let Griffiths go. I actually was trying to
Yeah, I'm looking at
be a little bit
films,
egotistical and try and
not
keep him
getting
behind,
anywhere.
but it turns out letting him go is better for our race. We're not really as quick as him, but VSC has
Oh my
ended.
God.
Incident's been cleared. Let's get back up to racing speed. Come on.
I was literally a millisecond over.
Someone's in.
I've got to
Who's
drive
that?
through.
Oh, Rolly. Oh, Rolly, you got a drive through?
Yeah, I was about 0.03 over the Delta.
Unlucky.
So lap 7, end of the VSC, and Race Roller has
Yeah, I
managed to
was
get himself a
like
drive-through
19th
penalty, and that is
third,
really going to harm his
yeah.
chances of scoring good points in this race, because the track is starting to dry up, but we're not there yet. We're still running on intermediates.
Fuck me, I can't be
And we're up
arsed.
into P7
I'll just
once
throw
again
it away at
after
top
being
five
demoted by
finish.
Griffiths.
Wonderful.
And speak of the devil himself, he's actually going to pit.
Oh, Griffiths is in.
Yeah, it can't be ready yet.
Well, he might have just thrown away a chance at top 6 now. Don't know why he's done that.
I mean, unless we get like a laser.
And he's on me.
He has also gone on to the mediums.
So that is a big moment of the race. Griffiths has pitted and he's gone for medium tyres, which is a bit of a problem for him because we're hoping that there's no safety car from now to the end of the race. If that's the case, he will have to make another stop because the mediums will simply not go the distance to the end of the Grand Prix. Because speaking of dry tyres, lap 9, we're finally going to make the call and we're going to box for the hard tyres.
Yeah, they'll make it.
And you can hear Roller say, yep, they'll make it. The hard tyre will definitely make it to the end of the Grand Prix, so that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to turn down the front wing just a little bit as well, and we're going to box for the hard compound tyres to the end of the race, just making the one pit stop. And so far, it's been a very good race.
He's 18.
Oh, Sam, you... Piss off, man.
He's lapped, yeah.
Oh, I got held.
No, not Sam.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, I didn't change to me.
Oh, Andrews is going to be ahead.
Pit strategy complete.
Medal on the
See
mediums.
these tyres through to the
I actually didn't change it. We'll just do it.
So, out of the pits we go. We're currently in P6. A couple of seconds ahead of Rigsy and Sem. And we're ahead of Griffiths as well. So, we've managed to gain track position on the overcut. We're on fresher tyres, but we've got a bit of a problem. Since we pitted later than Griffiths, it means our tyres are freezing. And we're on hard tyres, so they're going to take quite a while to warm up. So, as you can hear Darren say, there is no grip. And yeah, that's why you can see the gap between me and the Aston Martin is going down a lot. And there you go, he sets the fastest lap of the race and he's overtaken us. So yeah, there you go, there's the difference between warm tyres and cold tyres in these changeable conditions. We don't fight Griffiths again, you know, it's not really part of our race. You know, we're trying to just focus on getting as many points as possible. And yeah, we're down to P7 on lap 11, so we're going to see if we can keep up with him as we try to warm up the hard tyres. But we know that he's going to have to stop again if there is no safety car. So we'll reclaim P6 at some point in this Grand Prix as we move on a few laps later to lap 15. I think we've got 2 warnings at this point. I remember getting 2 warnings because this race was a week ago. But we're vibing in P7, but not for long as Crowding is out of the race.
He's binned it.
No.
He's binned it. Griffiths, you lucky sod.
Okay, slow down. Your delta's negative.
I'm struggling so much in the hard. I might go for the mediums. I might actually go for it.
Come on, 16.
Yeah, I'm kind of going for mediums.
Safety car, deploy. Now, if we pit, we'll come out 16th. So we're going to try and take track position. You can hear comms in the background. And there you go. I think Andres, Ham and Griffiths have pitted again. So we're up into P4 now, after choosing to stay out. So Darren was also on the fence about it, but he thought he should have gone for mediums. And he didn't trust his gut and decided to stay out. My teammate has pitted though. So that means he'll be on the medium tyres to the end of the Grand Prix.
He's right behind me in P11.
Andres is 11th.
And you can hear Darren, I think he was referring to Andres or Griffiths, saying that they were P11 on medium tyres. So Darren has got some medium runners behind him, and he thinks he should have pitted. But lap 18, safety car is coming in, and we're going to get racing once again here in Imola. And we are literally 1 position away from a podium. So let's see if we can mix it up with the top 3 as Corey gets underway. We are underway for the restart here in Imola. We're draining the battery just to make sure that Sem is stays right behind us as he's up into P5 after choosing to stay out as well. Going into the Tumbarella chicane, we just sit behind the championship leader. We don't want to take him out because also we're in the same party, but he goes wide there. And we're going to have a little bit of a look, but honestly I wish I went for it. As we stay behind Turner once again, he goes wide again through Villeneuve, and that means Sem is going to have a go as he wants payback from the first lap. Down the inside he goes into Sosa. We get much better drive coming out of that corner, and that is just pad tax. That is literally the reason we're still ahead, but we go wide. We're not feeling too confident. The tyres are not fully warmed up, and we are starting to lose touch with Turner as we go wide through Acqua Minerale again.
I feel really skittish.
And you can hear me say, I'm feeling really skittish. The confidence isn't there on the restart as we completely miss the apex again, just like we did in qualifying. And we're still ahead for the time being. But we have a slight problem. The gap between myself and Turner is 1.7 seconds, which means we don't have DRS. And we also don't have much ERS to defend with. So it's going to be very difficult from now to the end of the race.
Yeah, you've brought about 4 of us along.
All aboard the Sunday train. I'm trying, mate. I'm freaking trying.
So, moving on to lap 26, you can hear me say, I am trying. I think I'm talking to Turner, and yeah, we're holding up a bit of a train behind us, and we don't have much ERS to play with, but we're going to do our best. We've got 6 more laps to hang on.
Full belief. I believe in you, Brad. You got it.
And you can hear Darren saying that he believes in me, which is very, very nice indeed, as we're trying to hang on to another P4 and get 24 points out of the last 2 races, as we set a green sector 1, we set a green sector 2, and we've nearly taken Sem out of DRS, so we are starting to find some confidence finally in these tyres. We do an 18.7, which is really good, but we've got another problem behind us.
What's Toby's ERS?
Oh shit. Mentor's gone.
And that's where we have a problem, because now Midzi has passed Sem
Honestly, don't want to.
through DRS. So now we're going to have to defend from Midzi, and that's not going to be easy. As you can see, we're draining the battery, trying to make sure we stay ahead going into the Tamburello chicane. Here comes the Red Bull. We hang on for the time being. We stay defensive. We keep the inside line. And going into the Villeneuve chicane, we are still ahead of the Red Bull. We are still ahead of the former Michelin champion. Now, this is one of the small things that I wish, you know, with hindsight. In hindsight, I wish we let him go, because now we don't have much ERS to work with, and that's also brought Sem back into the equation as well. So going on to the end of Act 29, we realise what we need to do in order to secure the best results. So here we go, we're going to let Midzi go.
I'm letting him go. I don't want to fuck this up.
And you can hear me say there, I don't want to mess this up. We let Midzi go, we're down to P5, which is realistically what we're fighting for at this point. I just wish I realised it a little bit earlier when I realised that Midzi was right behind Sem. So the focus is going to be on Sem and trying to keep up with Midzi in the DRS. But unfortunately, that doesn't happen. He's actually gapped us. And now that means we're in trouble with Sem as well. As we go on to the last lap, we've got 20% battery. Can we defend P5?
Okay, this is your final lap.
No, here comes Sam. Go away.
So, last lap of the race, Sem has got DRS, he's gone round the outside, there's a bit of contact going into the Tamburello chicane.
God, he almost turned it on me. Fucking hell, man. Good. I kept that in there. It was a crash.
He's found a way
And
to
as you can
avoid
hear me
it.
say,
All grips
it was very
round,
close.
jamming-
Thankfully,
jamming grips
we didn't
each
collide,
other.
but I was a little bit annoyed with how much space he left us there. But we both survived, and we're down to P6 unfortunately. We're going to keep pushing to see if we can get him.
Yes, we're gonna get. Yeah, so I wasn't getting points till then.
Are you in the points medal?
Yeah,
That's what I want to hear
I feel like I got more, but I just that feel max.
So, meanwhile, our teammate Medal has just managed to get himself into the points on the last lap of the race. So, Medal is up into P10. We're still trying to chase Sem for P5, but unfortunately, we're not going to get him. Meanwhile, Corey's going to win the race.
Good race.
Not going to get Sam, but very happy with that. Very fucking happy with that. P6. Let's go. Good points again. Yes.
And there you go. More points in the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. We qualified 12th, but we fought our way through the field to finish in P6. Midzi is driver of the day. It turned out that staying out during that second safety car definitely was the right point of call, as Corey puts away the demons of last season and wins the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. He is a massive Imola merchant, so it was no surprise to see him winning the Grand Prix. But for us, P6, very good points once again, another top 6 finish. If we just focused on trying to do a few little things better, like just letting Midzi go the first time and just saving more ERS, we would have been able to finish 5th. So there was a little bit disappointing to finish 6th, but I'll happily take it considering where we started in qualifying and getting through that race with 2 warnings as well. So very clean stuff. In the Drivers' Championship, we move into the top 10, literally on 20 points, a point ahead of Jam, and that is really good to see. We're starting to get the form together here, guys, and we're going to try and keep going, and the next race is going to be in Portugal. So that, guys, is going to be the end of today's video. If you enjoyed that, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We're so close to 150 subs, so I'd really appreciate it if we got there. And I'll see you guys in Portugal. So until then, take care. I'll see you guys in the next one.